Accents, right? Speaking foreign languages. Then when they see me, then they start speaking English pretty damn good, but I can still hear the accent. Where the fuck would you come here from Colorado when Colorado, if not as beautiful, with more beautiful, or Utah? Makes perfect good sense though. State of warfare. Words can't show too much, show enough. These individuals coming to the soil are stupid. They're very damn dumb. Drones and this, that, and biological, chemical weapons. I do. I've been eating it for 25 years. Thing I won't mention nothing else. And doesn't have no havoc on my health. The only things that had a havoc on my body, this body, rent a body, have been the fucking goofy medicines that they let these sociopaths create, and this genetic and all this other goofy shit. I should have donned the proper body for this shit. It ain't time. So here, they want to call that Navajo Mountain. Call it Black Mountain. That's not Navajo Mountain. All this out here, well, I showed you where they made movies at. I like to come here and meditate. Sometimes do what's called the labyrinth. Walk the labyrinth for about an hour or two. You can also have an Adobe type home, mansion, if you want to call it that, inexpensive. Well, I don't know, it might have changed now. Beautiful school for the kids. I monitor it all the time, especially when school's in and out, looking for certain cars and vehicles of pedophiles. I just watched a bunch of videos, I can't show one here or anywhere else. Well, you can if you have permission, you ask a certain way. I'm not asking nobody for shit in the world we live in and where things are being pushed by the same people behind these platforms and agendas. But I've been watching the war, because it's been video ever since it began. You know, thanks to certain operatives and military personnel, dummies that come from here. And watch those brothers over there kill one another. And I see some of the soldiers that are put out in the field to fight. Oh, some of them people ain't fucking soldiers, man. Calling them orcs. I don't think the Pale-skins, when they use that on each other, know what that means. That's a term the melanated people use for those who are subhuman and pale. I just want to inform you and let you know. Just to give you a little taste of what you think you know. And how the fake Ashkenaz turn around and, or whatever you want to call them, use it in the movies to downplay and symbolize it for something else, like in some fantasy goofy movie. My great grandmother said they had always called the foreigners to this land less melanated. Orc is not a new word, y'all. Monkeys, gorillas, beast, and orcs. I'm not utilizing that myself. I'm just saying. I learned it from her. Someone born in the 1800s. She talked about how they just came all over. When she became a teenager, they were just coming by the droves onto our soil. That's the history that the school won't teach you with their fake ass teachers and everything else in this education system. And all these bastards, you carry some bad fucking genes, because who in the world wants to sit there and make toxins and poisons and synthetics? Who wants to make fruit without seeds? As if, what's the purpose of that? More meat? Bullshit. Plants without making, anybody who didn't pay attention to when they first started making seedless fruits and stuff were idiots, and who bought into the hype. Anybody that wants to eat something without seeds is mentally unstable, and today I believe they belong in a psych ward. And then those who create this shit under guys in deep labyrinths and places like that, and in these worthless ass colleges, which I think all need to be raised, should be locked the fuck up and generally court-martialed. Rondo, what's up, beloved? What is wrong with you people of this world, man? Y'all cannot see past your own stench and see the reality of the situation. I remember when people was going, I'm going to get some seedless grapes, and I'd be like, you's a brainless fool, seedless in their head. And they be, what are you talking about, Red? I said, there ain't nothing good about it. Why would you want to eat something? You know what the purpose of the poop hole was for? So you can go out there and poop in the field. You ain't got to bury it or nothing else. And if you was eating vegetables and fruits, what do you think that becomes? Not only will it make you stronger than fucking flesh. Cause look at that goofy ass doctor talking about, yeah, eat meat, eat meat. Yeah, I lost all this weight. Because you don't know what the microbial reversal, it's like an osmosis in your goddamn system, you dummies. And it only lasts for a short time. That's the funny thing. I was watching this one documentary on this guy who ate meat only. I saw how he shriveled up and he died of all kind of different carcinogens, well, cancers and shit. They have fucked everybody over and everything. Now you have countries where the food is not fucked. And some of the people are coming here, commandos and everything else. Look at all the Pakistanis and Chinese military shape. We came across that goddamn border and were dropped off in California, New York, some conservative states out in the deserts and shit, Utah, where they don't play. They didn't take them to the cities, and obviously they took them to installations. Better equip them with the drones and everything else, all the weapons, body armor, and all that good shit, and to train tirelessly until the appropriate fucking time. See, y'all think that when they say war on all fronts, you think it's gonna be over there where they're fighting at? Our people are dumb. Oh, look at the deer. See the deer? You was just looking up here, Papa. I must be looking at the dog in the fence. Hey, how you doing, buddy? What the fuck is a deer doing out here? I've seen it before. Like this stuff. I could zoom in on it. Well, whatever. No, I could be speaking hypothetically. Don't know shit. What do you think? What's going on, beloved? Thomas Lee, what's going on, beloved? What's happening? What's going on, brothers? It's mind-boggling, isn't it? So don't let it boggle your mind. Then they put in the very stores you shop with all the bullshit. I look at the Mormons and not all of them, but most of the Mormons in the rural areas and the Amish, and how they don't like nor support these like Targets and Walmarts and all that shit, and they're smart. And then I look at the dumb Negroes running around, running in places, team to put up there by the cartel, certain cartels, to steal a whole lot of shit, Dumb Negroes. That's fucking weird. Anyway, and it's mind-boggling, man. It really is. Slowly, see this guy? This is not. Look at see that cloud. That's not noise pollution. That is something in the fucking air. Now there are a lot of fires, mind you, but these sons of bitches know good and goddamn well you should have missiles and everything, so that way this won't happen. And because we have idiots, some people, personally, I believe, on YouTube, talking all that, we must fight for the Second Amendment bullshit. They're not fighting for the real things, knowing that you're supposed to have all the weapons that this fake-ass military has. I served in this motherfucker. Because it's not fake. We know it's real. But we also know how they create the mind in certain individuals in the military industrial complex to make sure that people subjugate themselves under the tyranny of their orders and everything else. How? Well, they make examples to certain motherfuckers. And that makes you afraid because you feel like you come out here, you can't get a job, and you see what's going on. And that's not even by law. That's just faked up infiltration when people start seeing things for what the fuck they are. Those things flying over, spraying them things. Well, I'm not saying people don't have shit. I'm just saying you would think that they would fucking stop. But see, this is what happens when you get what you believe power. And when I say it's absolute, it corrupts. Absolute power does corrupt. And is it really absolute power? It's absolute as far as the narrative goes. It's some sickening, sick shit. Weakness. It's like, are people really worthy of this earth? I'm not worried about the motherfuckers that are intrepidated to keep doing what they do. They know that they can be dealt with. The problem is the rest of you. I watch them. I watch the ones that have mercy, and then I watch the ones who just murder. And the way they talk is if they have real authority, and they're killing their own relatives. That's how dumb war is, and that's how dumb people are. Really fucking stupid. Then you look at these fucking doctors. They'll never show you what happens to some of them. When families realize that the doctors didn't do all they could and they kept poisoning, and they realize the non-smug attitude because they're paid and they're rich. Soon nobody will be rich. Let's see how the families deal with them individuals then. This is what I'm talking about. Some of them believe they have golden tickets to get away from here. I'm not saying go out and do something dumb. I'm not saying that because then, come on. But all I'm talking about is fiction and the fact, the reality of what's going to happen. And motherfuckers don't like it. And they shouldn't. But the thing is, it'll bring more of the worst out of people, and they want that. I'm telling you, it's not the answer. It's going to happen, inevitably. But everybody could change for the better. And I'm only speaking about the real possibility of what happens in war. These doctors will pack all their shit up, run into their bunkers, easy to access. They'll have their little team and family all armed up. Ain't nothing no 20-man team couldn't get rid of. Trust me, y'all. I had a friend of mine like, what? I think the serial gay dude, I think he left from Georgia. The brother man came and he was always talking about sex with men, like with a big ass wife and kids. And I says, you know what? I know exactly who he was. He's one of them serial homosexuals. He goes around and he always went to the pedophile section and a lot of gay people there. And always go and I was like sitting there paying attention, like, and I was like, one day I said to him, "What the fuck is all this shit you talking about, gay, bro? What's wrong with you?" Oh no, I'm just saying. And you know, young guy, you getting these testosterone implants and this, that, and the other, and something wasn't right with homie. Now I met a couple other motherfuckers like that. You know, try and talk mucho and be all badass, and you share the best, you know, and you realize. So I think he's left. All his shit's packed up. Anywho, this world is the world is fucked too, but it's not really. The earth cries for everybody, and nobody listens to the cries of the earth. That's why they don't hear the cries of their fellow man, a woman and man, you know, sister and brothers. I'm using the camera today, guys. And I just, for the sake of it, I just, check this out. I believe my fucking book is there, y'all. And these motherfuckers lately have been doing it after they close the motherfucking curtains at 4. Then they go around, this lazy fat motherfucker and this nigga who work in the back, and they put the shit in the box instead of putting it in there at the appropriate fucking time. So it'll be Monday. And they don't open on Saturday. Whatever the fuck that's about, it makes absolutely no sense. When I first came here, I think there was a period when they did. But anywho, I think that was because of the fake demic. Anywho. Me change engine oil soon. What percent are we at? Let me let's check my oil. I'll change it next month. Cause I ain't really going nowhere. So we 11.0 miles per hour per gallon. And tire pressures are excellent. So oil's at 7%. It's synthetic, so I can go 15% over it. So by next month, it'll be down to about 2%, 1%, and I'll just change it. I might do it myself. But anywho, let me stop distracting with the bullshit that don't mean nothing. You know, I listen to other veterans, and when a bunch of my pale-skinned brothers who are Marines and Army are getting together and they're chatting, and I see that they don't have a phone on them, and they're standing out in the middle of something, but close to something to not have no reverberation, I leave my phone in the truck. I go right over. Yo, what's going on over there? Hey, what's going on, brothers? Hey, man, what do you think? Because they always start like I don't fucking know. I'm like, you talking to me like I don't fucking have a clue. Yeah, but you know, I was over in so-and-so. My father had just came back from a trip in so-and-so. He was telling about, and then I have a friend who's a major in the Marine Corps, and another one who's an army, and they're saying that they be getting some equipment, but not for their soldiers, and they don't know where the fuck it's going, and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, nigga, like, you out of the military, don't worry about it. Is you prepped here? Do you know how to move in accordance? He says, you know, if they hit, motherfuckers are going to be caught off guard. And then it's the establishment. See, this is what y'all don't know. Then it's the establishment, and then those who haven't been struck first, these motherfuckers going to move different. It ain't like they don't know. People are talking. Y'all better be some, for y'all who have that, y'all better be some trigger pullers. And if you got some scariness in you, you better get it the fuck out of you. You better pee and get it, take a Roto-Rooter. Don't take Yaki's cleanse because you might get caught and halfway through. I'm not making fun, but I'm just saying. Come on, people. It's only 90 degrees. Awesome. I'm not saying this is facts. What's facts is the conversations is what I'm hearing. You know that saying for the Titanic, which we know that wasn't a Titanic, and the band played on, these motherfuckers are going to act on. That's what they do. And you have bought into them. You know what I mean? It's pretty fucked up, ain't it? Excuse my French, y'all. I know my mouth is pretty. I'm fucking a seller. I'm ex-Navy, more than that, but I'm ex-Navy. All right, so I'm fucking talk my shit. Alicia, Grand Elevations. What's up, hon? Definitely fucking up everything from what we eat, wear, and wash. Exactly. And the water. How many of y'all got a wash machine? Have you ever And the brand new ones could do it too. But have you ever walked by and it smelled like toilet water? Like in the latrine? Not the regular bathroom unless you sticking your face in there. It smelled like poop. That's what the so-called fake aqueduct, which is your water treatment plant, that's what that motherfucker smelled like. But this was the washing machine. Nigga, I got a big jug. I've been washing my shit by hand now. I closed that bitch up and taped it. I said, I don't want to smell that shit. No, you can't make this shit up, y'all. And then to watch this one motherfucker fake ass congressman and the lap dog media talking about the percentage of water because somebody shared it. Said, River, heard you was talking about guess what I found and shared it to me. I don't need to see that shit. So I watched the motherfucker anyway, just to appease. And I says, yeah. He says, yeah, well, I saw you say, I said, you don't have to share it to me. Share it with other people. Or share what I've shared with you. But he wasn't wrong information. It was right, but, all I do is say, yo, I saw something that correlates to what you were saying. That's cool. I was in the Navy. We have thousands of, we create fresh water out at sea, people. That water's better than this shit here. And they're not making the poo and pee go through the system to get cleansed again. Even you can create something to take water out the air using certain filaments, plastics, and catches, like little, like octagon shapes at an angle, and then that going into a container right from the fucking air, people. With a little box so that with untreated metals and the wood backing with a magnet, so that way you got this thing that can constantly pulls water out the air. I don't know why haven't you built one? Who said I didn't? Nigga, I know how to dig a hole a foot deep, make a little hole in the middle of that motherfucker, put a cup in that or container in that motherfucker, however deep the container needs to be, so that way we get a half a foot bow with rocks around that bitch and 2 or 3 rocks just to barely touch that motherfucker. And are you aware that water will gather and drip into that container in the fucking ground? Not with no rain or nothing, in the fucking desert. People, they don't teach you what you need. And if you go to a trade school, electrician, journeyman, mason, whatever, those are more symptoms. It's not a fucking answer. Yet people built this great Tartaria. Nobody was getting paid. Nobody was dying from work and getting fucked up in accidents. And the most ominous weapons. And then these motherfuckers come along and they're charging you to sleep and lay your head in some crude ass squared, unethical, unenergy conforming motherfucking places, and they tell you to call that your home when your body's your temple. So they say, we're going to pervert your knowledge, your history, everything about you and your temple, and we're going to fuck your food up, this, that, and the other, and we're going to keep the best shit for ourselves and allow y'all to become weaker and make you believe in something other than what you do. So we have niggas and dumbasses all around the world wanting to fight because of some menial fake ass elites. I can't believe y'all still call these motherfuckers elites. That's what's tripping me out. For identification purposes, call them the parasitical race of stupid motherfuckers that they are. But to each his own. I ain't here to stop shit. I am just pointing out the things that you motherfuckers don't pay attention to. And if you do, what are you doing to change it? What are you doing to change it? What are you doing to manifest different for the welfare of your existence, unless you are just suicidal and you believe you're crazy and all the other goofy shit? That's just weakness. Anyway, but what are you doing to change it? Who have you gotten with around you to say, hey man, let's go on this little trip of DIY and let's try and create some shit in this garage over in this little shed, you know what I'm saying? And let's get something going. And leave your phone the fuck over there. Don't bring no tablet, no laptop. Don't be designing no shit on no paper. Nigga, let's go in here and let's work. Let's measure twice, 3 or 4 times. Let's cut once. Let's get it together and see what we can do. Any of y'all doing that? Working with the brains of your young ones? I know a lot of kids today are big on computers. Can you get them to put those down and get hands on some shit? When I'm walking and I go shopping, right, pick up a few things, walk in the post office, I see motherfuckers like this 24/7. If I was a thief, man, I'd be robbing motherfuckers in front of motherfuckers. I don't think they would even see who I am. I'm just saying. I saw a motherfucker crossing the street and the light turned green, but he didn't even look both ways. And I'm like, if it wasn't for one of these motherfuckers wasn't drunk, if they was, wasn't sober and they were drunk, his ass would have looked like one of the finish of a popsicle. You flip that bitch and miss the garbage can. That's what the motherfucker would have looked like. Yeah, y'all gotta get your heads about where the fuck they got your head stuck. I don't want to say ass, because a lot of y'all heads ain't in your ass. A lot of y'all very intelligent, intellectual, and a whole lot. It's very smart. But there are times when we just make the worst mistakes. And one of the biggest ones is turning a blind eye to the reality of the shit going on. You dig what I'm saying? But hey, to each his own. I'm not here to stop shit. Not the fuck at all. Let me go in here and situate myself and get myself situated about another 45 minutes or so, and we'll go ahead and get this reading, because I know that's got to be them goddamn books. It's got to be, man. It ain't nothing else. I ain't ordered shit. I had people send me stuff now. Thank goodness. Which is a wonderful thing. A beautiful thing. So let me go in here and get everything situated, right stuff. And it is hot, and I love it. But I'm ready to jump in the bathtub of cold poo-poo pee-pee water. I hope y'all taking some of this and looking at it. Some of the tea I give. I know some of you like, nigga, take the stinging nettle and rolling it up and eating it raw. Yeah, I used to have a plant. I ate all of them. I didn't even let the motherfucker, I didn't even prune it and let it regrow. The motherfuckers is good as hell. I wish I had some right now. Now I got stinging nettle tea that I really don't trust, coming from the Hindus, who are part of the fucking problem. So I don't even know if I want to drink that anymore. But you know what I'm saying. Is that, that's my boy's girl called she back? Okay. All right, dude. That's what's up, bro. But poison ivy, yeah. I saw it's a special on this individual's religious sort, who are live very live, grounded all the time. And he was showing supposedly the motherfucker how he eat poison ivy. I was like, yo, I remember that, learning about that and shit. The first time I did it though, I was fucked up. And but I didn't have a serious reaction. Thank goodness. I wouldn't advise you to go doing it. I started because there's periods when it grows. And I like a dumbass first time I ate the regular old poison ivy leaf. I was fucked up, y'all. I ain't go outside. I was like for about 3 weeks and shit. Taking fucking all that shit, couldn't breathe. Man, listen here. And mother says you gotta start with the small ones when it's first growing, and you every day, and you build it up, and so that's what I did. So motherfuckers like, we walking through poison ivy, nigga, you got shorts and little socks, and I'm fine, cuz. And they be like, damn, nigga, I got bumps and shit. You fine? I'm like, yeah, bro. What you do? I've been eating this shit for a long time. Raw. Maybe you can look it up and see what you find. Be surprised. It's like certain snake charmers. They've been bitten so much, and people who hunt scorpions and stung so much that they have literally started taking the stuff and have built up a tolerance. I'm serious. I'm not saying go and be dumb and take a couple caps and think you're gonna walk out there and you fucking let a motherfucking copperhead bite your ass. Your ass gonna be laying in the ditches and be bleached bones by the winter. I'm just saying. When we used to be in, what was that, Nevada, in Miramar, Puerto Rico, we see these scorpions, and we always wanted to find the albino ones. We would catch them. And we had this big old fat motherfucker from Tennessee, pale skin brother. got drunk. This motherfucker stuck his hand in the jar to grab the goddamn albino squirrel. And thank goodness it wasn't as toxic. It was very, very weak. Because I think it was the Demel. I forget. It was been a long time. And his hand looked like a goddamn catcher's mitt. And we were just laughing at his dumb ass. Because the next day he was in pain. But it healed up pretty quick. And then that's when the special forces guys there was telling us, oh, you know, if you take this and you do this. I was like, oh, really? Motherfucker. Are you serious? You won't be going into anaphylactic shock and shit, you know what I'm saying? You'd be amazed at what's going on out there, man. It's... If you only learn, like, when you think about, like, the French Front Legion, I should have joined. I swear for goodness, I really should have. My buddy, they two of them went to join, and fuck, I should have joined. Anyway, they go through that for a year, some training in the fucking jungles, y'all. And I mean, like, the fuck boot camp. I mean, hard ass swimming, all that shit, like getting banged up shit. But they learn a whole lot of that shit. Anyway, let me go ahead and get everything situated. I don't run my mouth too much. If somebody was getting a car accident, do y'all have the proper things to poke a window out in the center and the bottom and all that kind of stuff to cut seatbelt and get them out? I'm just saying, for those who have the T cells to do that, that's what they say, T cells. It's not about that, but anyway. Just wanted to add those few things. Just make sure that you have some shit that you can always use. I got like 3 different things in case this cutter don't work. If this cutter don't work, this is old too. This one don't work, then I have one that I can really zip right through it if that need be. Hole punch, y'all know how that works, right? You put it on the window, and then when you push it, it's just like getting what you call it, shot, you know, that bap, the needle, for those who were diabetic. Yeah, but this one is kind of ferocious. When you, let me see, let me push it down because it's gonna pop up kind of hard. Ah, shit, I don't want to poke it into something. It's having a hard time. It's been in the car with the heat, so this expansion. Oh, here we go. No, it's not hard enough. Oh, there we go. Push it on this. It poked right through my tobacco. Tobacco is tobacco. See that right there? That's how hard that thing comes out. I need to take it in and put some oil so it can pop, but it'll still work on the windows. Just put it at the center of the back part of the window where it's kind of weak at. Pop it in. It'll shatter the whole glass. So, anyway, I'm gonna see y'all here in a few and make sure everything is closed. And we'll get the read on, man. I gotta get my vegetables in the colander steaming. So eat me some vegetables. Yeah, I had to go out and walk around in the sun. I was out there for a minute and I was like, man, what the fuck? And I was looking at how majestic and beautiful this little pie of heaven we live in. That is always running through my head, all the dumb shit they're doing. No real good purpose, other than being, the only word I can come up with is sadist. Being the parasitical things that they are. And that's not power. But they need to be held in that position. Do you get where I'm coming from? Doesn't matter how long. Doesn't matter what they've accomplished and what they believe they've accomplished. Okay? So I'm going to see y'all here shortly.